I welcome every viewer tonight, especially the new subscribers. There's an influx of subscribers. I'm actually feeling overwhelmed of everyone that is joining. But may you be blessed, and may God open your eyes, give you a new revelation concerning what is happening, especially in the book of Revelation. I want to, speaking about the book of Revelation, I want to have the whole Bible actually in pictures. I'm a seer, like to see, visualize what I am seeing, Like, for instance, this picture, this is what John is seeing. The dragon stood before the woman. Now, this is very critical in this world scenario. And the title again is tonight, The Dragon Stood Before the Woman to Devour the Child Before it is born. Now that's, I did have a video on this, but this is an update on that video. But before I go there, I want to show you Bullinger's book. Many ask me, they want to know more about the heavenly signs. The heavenly signs is not astrology, but it's astronomy. Daniel taught the wise men in Iraq. It was Iraq and Babylon at that time, and then it became Persia. It was Daniel that taught them, but it's God that taught Adam, and all these were transferred, given over to Noah, and Noah taught the rest, Abraham, etc., and Jacob and Isaac. Even God said to Abraham, your stars will be like your offspring will be like the stars in heaven. But let's go to the book of, let's go to this book here. Let's quickly see. There's a table of contents. So that is the book by Bullinger. Let's click on there. So there's a book by E.W. Bullinger. It's a very good book that I will recommend to you, The Witness of the Stars. The heavens declare the glory of God. Read Psalm 19. It's very special. So that gives you just the index of that. That's the index of what is happening there. Chapter 1 speaks about Virgo. Everything began with Virgo, and it will end again with Virgo. Yes, Adam was born on Feast of Trumpets. That is called Virgo. And it's Virgo, the Virgin, the woman bearing the branch in her right hand. That's Coma and Saturn. But I'm not going over it, so this is just the Libra, it's Scorpio, it's Sagittarius, and then it's Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. Yeah, so this is a good book that you can go on. But what did John really saw, in that vision? Remember, he was taken up into heaven as an open door, and God said to him, come up here. And that come up here is also for the door for the pre-tribulation rapture. Now, there are many people that do not believe in the pre-tribulations, but are actually three. Okay, so what did John really see? Now, if you look at the other thing that you need to get yourself is a stellarium. It's a free software, and you can download it, and you can learn by yourself how to operate. You can just ask how to operate, stellarium, and it will come up on YouTube and it will show you. Now, what do you really see here? Now, God always taught his prophets like it, especially Jeremiah. Jeremiah, what do you see? What do I see here? I just see stars here. I see stars. I just see the moon. It's a good thing when you go outside in the night and see the moon, go to the stellarium and see what is happening here. Where is this moon precisely right now? Okay, now what do you see? I also just see stars. But what John did is see a woman. I remember when I showed this to my pastor one day, a woman. You call me this is a woman there. You see, there's two stars here. You can see the stars forming. There is the head, and this is actually Virgo. But if you switch on the line of that stars, let's go there. If you switch on the line, there you can see it. I just showed you that the two legs, this is the body, and that's where the moon appears tonight actually in Virgo. But does that look to you, Virgo? Ooh, my pastor, he said, ooh, that looks like a Virgo. Then I showed him the Leo. He said, that at least looks maybe like a lion, but this is not a woman at all. Okay, nevertheless, yeah. But now, if you really want to see now the woman, then okay, then you draw the line, and then you can see the names on it. And then there comes a drawing up. Yeah, but what John saw was a woman. He first saw the woman with okay, that is not the actual sight. He saw her clothed with the sun, and that moon there was under her feet. But, yeah, okay, let's go to this one. Okay, try that. Now, if you want to go forward, you get to the date. That is a date setting there. Okay, yeah. Now you can go to the 9th month, and then you see that is about what's transpiring there. The woman in the sun. Yeah, okay. That happened to be on the 18th. There you can see she's clothed with the sun, and there is the moon. Now, the key figure is, of course, the moon have to be under her feet. And then you go forward here, no, that's actually more forward, that's more the daytime. Let's switch on the daytime here, the ground here, and let's make a day there. Okay, so let's go forward. Yeah, okay, there go for you see the moon is going forward 1920, and the moon appeared at 12 o'clock. The moon then appeared right at the feet of Virgo. And that was a previous video that I had. So that is how you operate that. So that is what John saw. He saw a woman with clothed with the sun and the moon at her feet, and then the 12 stars. The 12 stars was across above it. You can also look at then as the rest of the 12 stars. Virgo, of course, Feast of Trumpets is always the head of the year. The woman and all the other constellations follow above her head. Okay, so that is but what did John then really see? Let's go in then to that constellation, and we find that the sun actually takes 2,160 years to revolve around one constellation. And here we can see, here is the sun. You can just turn that a little bit close here. Here we can see the sun. As I said, the sun revolves like 2,100 around each constellation. Now, the constellation is God's clock, and the planets is the handles thereof. Now imagine this is Mercury takes 88 days around the Sun. Mars takes 687 days around the Sun. The Earth takes 365 days around the Sun. The Venus takes 225 days around the Sun. Jupiter takes 12 years. Now that is so important of Jupiter. Jupiter, every 12 years it lands on either Virgo or on Leo. And then it is in conjunction with Regulus at that time. Now how do you know? I'm going to show you just now in the stellarium why Jupiter is important. Jupiter is back in Leo in 2027. Precisely, I think that is in July. And that indicates that the king is returning. Now Neptune takes 165 years around the Sun, Pluto 248, Saturn takes 30 years. Now this year, Jupiter and Saturn is in conjunction with one another on 21st December. Another important day upon the calendar. It's a very rare conjunction. That indicates something there, that Satan, and it got to do with Satan, that a king will be crowned during that time. And that is during the feast of Hanukkah. Yes. And that happened to be when the Sun, of course, is in Scorpio. Okay, so that is an important date. And then in the next video, I'll show you another video when the planets will line up. The planets will line up on 4th of July. Also a very rare concern, just on the one side of the planet. But there is a lot of alignments with these planets. Let's go out. Let's show you that now. Now we're coming to the zodiac constellations. Where are they located? They orbit. This is an orbit around the Earth, around the Sun. The Sun takes 365 days around the Sun. And the plane in which the Earth orbits the Sun is called the ecliptic. This is the ecliptic. And now you get the zodiac. This is the zodiac constellations. And it actually says that the sun actually moves around, but it's not the sun. I'll show you just now. It's actually the Earth that moves through the constellation. So that, of course, it started with Pisces. That is, of course, in the zodiac. It goes through Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, that goes through Leo, Virgo, and then Libra. And this is the movement. This is actually visualized. This is what you actually see in the heavens right now, what is happening. But this is, of course, in the far space. Now, this is what John saw on that day. Now, this is, as I told you, I always visualize things, and I am a seer. I would like to see what, and I'm learning much quicker by what I see. So here we have the red dragon. Of course, this is what John saw. But I'll show you now in a picture possibly what John possibly could have seen. So here, it's the Earth that rotates around the Sun. And the woman, the dragon stood before the woman. Stood before the woman, waiting for the child to be born, to devour the child before it is born. So Satan will attempt, that is what I see, Satan will attempt to kill the bride, just like it did with Jesus in the time with Herod. He is going to do the attempt. that he stood before the woman, and that is so clear. People looking for dates, people looking for when the Nibiru will turn up, or planet X, as they say, or God's 7 planets, God's judgment, God's perfect storm. When is it going to happen? It states it right in Revelation 12, and the dragon stood before the woman. Now Nibiru looks like a dragon. It got wings as well. What does the wings represent? That is all the debris that it's carrying with, and that it creates the wings. And I'll show you now in a moment a picture, possibly what John saw there, but a child. Here is planet X. Now this is the exact position right here. That was the new moon. The new moon, what we probably will see is perhaps a sliver of the moon, but I believe it is a full moon that will return red there, because the Nibiru's shadow, the redness, the oxide will turn the moon blood red, and this is what we will view from the earth. And but we will see it, of course. We will see it before we leave, and that direction is actually the true picture that John saw, where the moon under the feet of the woman clothed with the sun. Here is the sun. And this happened to be Feast of Trumpets, 20 September 2020. The moon will then be at noon at the feet of Virgo. Isn't that remarkable? And that lady, her name is Mary, and she received a word from the Lord, and she said that Jesus told her, I'm coming at noon by the new moon. By the new moon. Yeah, that is really remarkable. And the moon happened to appear. I'm not saying it's going to happen that way, but that sounds too remarkable. Many people say, no man knows the day and hour. These things has been made known. It's known. Feast of Trumpets is known from the day as no man knows the day and the hour. And Jesus personally said that only the Father knows the true date. But these things is in the Bible. This is mentioned in the Bible. So we will have to wait and see what happened in the day. But I believe truly this is the season, people. This is the season. Yeah. So here's another picture, possible what John saw there. Here is the red dragon again with its wings, but then God showed him also with the 7 heads. The 7 heads and the 7 crowns and the 10 horns. So what does this represent? I don't have the picture there with me, but I can add it in for you. The 7 heads represent the 7 continents of the earth. Remember 7 continents of the earth? And what the elite do, the New World Order, they will divide it into 10 regions to control the world. They already control us right now with a mask and a hand sanitizer. And this is how they're going to exercise control. They're already controlling the world. I'm serious. And that is what they are doing. And yeah, and the 10 horns is the 10 kings that will find power within 1 hour with the beast. But it only has 7 crowns. So Satan is only going to move around with 7 of them. Like for instance the G7, G8. So he's not going to meet with all of the 10 kings. But only with 7 of the main economic hub of Satan, he is going to gather everything, like for instance a G7 and a G8. Okay? So I hope you get a picture. But this is actually what John really saw in his vision, the earth revolving around the planets. So, like I said, it is God's time clock. There are over 400 billion galaxies. The earth is just but one of them. It's called the Milky Ways. 400 billion galaxies, and they multiply at 186 miles per hour, people. That is something for multiplication. And each galaxy have over 100 billion stars. The earth alone have over 100 billion stars. Now multiply that. It is beyond multiplication. And guess what? God knows each and everyone's name. For who are they? God said, in my Father's house there are many mansions. These mansions is for you, people. These mansions is, you're going to have galaxies, my friend. Galaxies to live on. That is remarkable. That's a long time. I tell you, that is so marvelous. The sun, listen, the sun, you take in Orion, they are made up out of 7 stars. Betelgeuse is one of them. Hey, Regal and Betelgeuse. It takes, one not just one of our planes would take 1 year to take around the circumferences of Betelgeuse. That is massive and big. So you're going to have big mansions out there. Yeah. But now I just want to take you quickly to the Bible. And and we start actually off again with Revelation 3. And there appeared, let's make this bigger for you. Let's read over again. Revelation 3, 12 verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads. What did I tell you? The 7 heads represent 7 continents and 10 horns. That is what it represents. Let's color that in there. So that 10 horns, the 7 heads represent 7 continents, and the 10 horns represent the 10 kings that find power within 1 hour. And I do have a video for that, and I will include that for you in today's study. And the 7 crowns upon the head. Yeah, and it says his tail drew a third part of the stars of heaven, and that cast them to the earth. And now we remember in the constellation there is. I'm not going to show you that right now, but there is a constellation called Draco, and Draco takes a third part of the whole constellation. That is quite big. It's one of the biggest constellations in the heavens. And Satan, every day he sees it, and he's been reminded that he will be cast down to the earth. So now, when will this happen? So this is the attempt of Satan to kill the bride. And where is this happening? This happens to be at Revelation. Let's quickly turn to Revelation, Revelation 6. It's happening at Revelation 6. Yeah, Revelation 6:13. Yeah, it says here. I did this also in a previous video, but I'm showing you it again. This is his attempt to kill the bride. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth an untimely figs when she is about to be shaken by a mighty wind. This is both the debris that is going to fall. This is a duplicate, a multiple meaning of Satan being cast down to earth. Now, many will tell you that Satan is cast down at Revelation 9. He's not cast, he is cast, he's coming directly to earth. He's been cast. There is war in the heavens, and Michael and his archangels cast him down to the earth. And guess what? he is coming with that planet. And Michael and his angels will cast him down through his normal portals. Do you know where the portals they will come through? Through at the same place where the other fallen angels entered, at the Golden Heights. That is the importance of the Golden Heights. That is why the UN having a hotel and everything up there and protect that place. They are interested in that place. What is the 30-degree line? What is 33? The Freemasons. That's not a topic tonight. But that is where Satan will be cast down, and they will enter through that portal there. Okay, so this is a time when they want to now what happens, and it says, let's go back to not Revelation 7, let's go back to Revelation 12. Yeah, and it says here, and the tail drew, we did mention, and this is the part I want to emphasize again. And the dragon stood before the woman. The dragon stood before the woman. Yeah, what does it say here? Let's color that in there. Let's give it the blue color. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered for to devour a child. Satan wants to kill the child as soon as it was born. But what happened? Before God's protecting the child, and she brought forth a man child. Who is the man child? The man child is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was taken up 2,000 years ago. So it's not Jesus Christ that has been taken up to the throne room. Now, who was to rule all nations? Jesus is going to rule all nations with a rod of iron. He is coming back. And her child, and a child, which is the body of Christ. I did this in a previous video, so watch that video again for the clarification on that. Was called up unto God to a throne room. And I believe it is happening this coming Feast of Trumpets. We are 84 days left to Feast of Trumpets, people. This is my conclusion of it. It's what is going to happen. It's right where, this is where, now, my beloved Sister Debbie and so many others believe the rapture happens at Revelation 4. Yes, 4 verse 1, yes, it do happen there, but it's not taking place there. That is the door, the call-up door for us, but it will happen similar like in the days of Jesus. And I'm going to make that video for you as well to explain what happened on the day of Jesus' death. I did touch on it on the other videos, but I'm going to make a video there for you so that you can clearly get to the club. You know that two-thirds of believers believe it's not going to happen, that the sixth seal come right after them. We're going to witness the earthquake. We're going to witness the darkness coming, but we're not going to stay for the 3-day darkness, people. We're not going to stay there. Some believe that we will bring in the harvest. No, it's going to be all over within half an hour. Half an hour. Let's not go there. Let's carry on. Let's see this picture. Revelation 7. I just want to show you something else. Right here at Revelation 7. Revelation 6. There's going to be a pole shift soon after Revelation. There's a pole shift taking place, you know. And the heavens roll up like a scroll. There will be wind so mightily with the pole shift. Almost 300 miles per hour. So strong will that wind be. And that is a mighty wind, people. That is a mighty wind. And you say Revelation 7 is a continuation interpretation of Revelation 6. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing in the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds, which is actually for the pole shift, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor any tree. And I saw the 4th angel living from the hand, the seal of the living God, and cried with a loud voice, to whom it was given to hurt the earth. But he said, hurt not the earth until the 144,000 is seals. Now these 144,000 is the babies that died during Herod's time that will be sealed. That's who they are. That's who they are. Some people say, no, they are part of the 144,000. I've never seen a lady rabbi yet, and the Jews is not going to allow that. Icona. Yeah, these are the babies from those times, from Jesus' time, and they all got their perfect bodies already, and they coming down, and they will just be what is the word? Translated back. They will just be translated back to heaven. They stood on Mount Zion with Jesus, and they have been translated to heaven just like that. And that's what's going to happen. They're not going to be raptured back. Okay, so these are the 144,000. So where does that take place? We will witness that, people. We will witness the sealing. We go up here just before the pole shift. Let's turn back to Revelation 6 view. Yeah. This is and the stars. This is when we go up. Satan are being demoted to the third heaven, and we are promoted to the 4th dimension. Satan is coming down, and he is furious. Revelation 12 verse 12 says, rejoice ye that are in the heavens, and those who dwell in them. But woe to the people of earth. Woe to the people of earth. For the devil is furious because he only knows he has a short time. People, do not stay behind. Do not stay behind. Prepare your hearts and mind and soul for the coming of Jesus. Yeah. So this is in Revelation 14, and I'm signing off now. Revelation 6:14. And the heavens depart as a scroll when it is rolled up. This is where the wind will blow, and the angels is holding that wind back just before the pole shift happen, because this is where the greatest destruction is going to take place. Right here is going to take place. It says every mountain and island will be moved out of its place. I'm going to include Revelation, the 6th seal for you. That please do watch those videos. Okay, so people, please subscribe. I am praying for you. I'm praying for you every day. Know that's a lot to pray, a lot of people to pray for, but sometimes I take individual people and I pray over you individually. And also go to the community posts. I do have posts there, and I don't see many people making use of that community post. Let me show it to you. The community posts. This is my channel. This is a channel, and then you press on community, the community posts, and here you find all the posts here. Here is the one that I posted yesterday. As all presidents have a covenant relationship with Satan, and yes, it's all of this. Scroll right down. You can read through it. It's a lot of detail and also videos that you can include there. Go through it and read through it, people. And please say hi. I love to communicate with people. And otherwise, there are some of you that may think I'm not responding. It sometimes do happen that YouTube does not send out any communications to me, and I miss that out. So please forgive me if I did slip up, or if YouTube slipped up on that. And do check in from now and again if you do not get the notification. I wish I can send out all your email addresses and notify you. But be blessed. Love you all. Amen.